Hey everybody, welcome back. I know it has been a while. If you've been following me on Instagram and TikTok, you guys know that I did a little bit of traveling for work. Was helping out some people that were impacted by the fires back on the West Coast. But guess what? I am now back and I am working on getting a whole lot of great new content for you guys. Like I said, I'm trying to kind of spread it out around the platforms. So, if you are not following me on here on YouTube, make sure that you are subscribed to that button. And that way you'll get the notifications every time I do put up a new video. I will also include my links for TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. That way you make sure that you are not left out on any of the fun. Now, if this is your first time joining me, I am Shield Maiden SA. I am here to bring you all kinds of fun, creative looks. I do cosplay, which of course 2020 being what it's been has put some of that on hold, but I plan to start working on a few projects because even if I'm cosplaying just on TikTok, I can be okay with that. But the most important thing here, what everyone tuned in to see, are the Jeffree Star mystery boxes and the Velvet Trap lipsticks. Yes, that's right. I got the whole collection. Because at this point, if it's a new product, if I can get the whole collection, might as well start. So I'm not trying to play too much catch up. Because I've kind of learned that with the glosses. I'll go ahead and pull them where you can see them here. I've got a pretty decent sized collection of the glosses. And that's just by purchasing them. Ooh, just about knocked over a bunch of them right there. With the collections that they are launched with. So I have all of them that came out with the most recent palette with Orgy. I have the ones that came out with Cremated. I have Bloodlust, and I've been slowly but surely accumulating the ones that came out as part of that first release. And I've watched some spoilers. I have my favorite YouTubers that I watch for that. And I will probably share some of their links below since I already I had an idea what I was getting. But with Jeffree Star mystery boxes, you never know what variation you're going to get, or if your variation is going to be completely different. As somebody who cosplays and has no fear of bright, bold colors, I've never gotten a mystery box I didn't like. I have always had at least something that I would use one way or another. Most of it's been new products. Anytime I've gotten a duplicate, I've usually put it in a giveaway. That way my fans here, all of y'all can benefit from that. If you haven't purchased Jeffree Star products, or with things being what they are, of course, if I get any duplicates, I will probably look into doing some sort of giveaway sometime in December, but I have to wait to get the rest of my boxes. I do have the mini and I'm going to call it the medium box. I never remember whether this would be the deluxe or the premium. I don't remember. I know it's small, medium, large. I was going to try and do a video yesterday, but I was hoping maybe my large boxes would show up. And they didn't. Pouty face. But that's okay, because we're going to go ahead and talk about what's in the mini and the medium. And I will put their names up in here prospectively when I go to edit the video, because like I said, I can never get these box names right. Because I'm just like, it's kind of like me going to Starbucks. Like, give me small, medium, large. It's just the way it is. And then we'll talk a little bit about the Velvet Trap lipsticks. And I'll go ahead and create a look using what's come in my box. So without further ado, like I said, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell. That way you are notified anytime I have a new video up, and you can join in on the fun. Now, with the mini box, this box was $25. I really should have my stuff up in front of me because I don't remember. I'm not going to lie. I don't remember. It was either 20 or 25. But the thing with this is these boxes have always been, there's never been a point in time when I have had to question the value of what I'm getting in the box. So I guess maybe that's why, to me, it's not that big a deal, because I know that I'm getting at least the value that is advertised in the box. And let me see here. It was on the cosmetics page. Or maybe it wasn't. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm just going to go to the Jeffree Star Cosmetics website, because that way I can at least get the pricing from there, even though they're no longer available. And I can get the right names. Okay, so in the mini, it was a $25 box, and it came in this fun little box. I do sometimes keep these for storing things. As a crafter and a creator, a lot of times I end up with stuff that's kind of small, and I don't want it just floating around my sewing room or my crafting space. So I will put them in these boxes to keep them all organized. And let's see what came in here. I did cut the tape because otherwise I'm going to fumble with the tape. And it's just a hot mess. If you go out and watch some of my other videos, it's a hot mess when I do that. I love the fact that the paper in here is even on point. It is orange and black. The box is orange and black. It doesn't get much better than that, folks. Now with this box is going to come with 3 items, which it has. We have the gloss in shade Crystal Climax. This is one I know I do not have, so we're going to go ahead and pop this bad boy open. Oh, that's right. I forget. One thing you're going to learn with Jeffree Star products, the best way to get them out of the box, you're going to actually have to pop open the end with the name. So we'll just break that tape there. Okay, not bad. Definitely a nice neutral kind of tone. Let me just swatch it. Might as well, right? While we're at it. Okay, that's I would actually wear that. It reminds me a lot of the liquid lip that came with the Jawbreaker collection that I want to say was called Candy Apple Drip. Or maybe that was the highlighter, but it was like a really nice neutral, shimmery, bronzy color like this. So yeah, I mean, I can see myself getting a lot of wear out of that. We'll just pop this over here in the stand that I already have for that. I have is this liquid lip? Velour liquid lipstick. I received shade Unicorn Blood, which this kind of excites me because I've been looking for Unicorn Blood for a while. And like every time I go to place an order, if I need to get like that extra little like $20 to complete an order or to get the free shipping, I'm like, ooh, maybe Unicorn Blood, but then usually something else has jumped out at me and I'm like, next time. Because I know this is a very popular shade. It's got this nice red. I'm going to just swatch it right there next to the gloss. Okay, so this is very cool. And don't mind the fact that it looks, the way that I did it, it ended up looking kind of ombre. But look, that's a nice kind of red color with some purple undertones. So yeah, I mean, this is definitely a color I would wear. Those of you that watch my videos, I'm sure you're asking yourself, is there a color you won't wear? And the answer to that is probably no. Even the other night, we were getting ready to go play D&D, and I was like, oh, hey, I haven't put on makeup for a while. Let me put on some makeup. And I was like, oh, yeah, I ended up pulling out my Alien palette, did this really cool, like, green look, and I was like, do I want to do green lipstick? And I almost did, like, neon green lipstick. But my husband was like, whichever is going to be quicker because we need to get going. I was like, okay, let me just put on something basic. Now, this, okay, I can't be mad at it because, hey, you know, if you got the liquid lip, having the Unicorn Blood matching lip liner, velour lip liner, not a bad thing. They match. I'm good with that. And I believe Unicorn Blood is also in one of the shades for Velvet Trap. So having it in both formulas, I'm sure I will definitely, and I do. I love the toppers on these. I don't know why. Maybe it's because like the city I live in has Hemisphere Tower that kind of looks like this, and it's like, oh yeah, look, it's neat. And of course the color there at the end. Let me see if this gives you guys kind of a better interpretation of the color. Oh, it feels so smooth. I love these. I do. This is why I do this, and this is why I buy these products. They're really great products here. Oh, well. Yeah, you don't really see as much of that purple undertone. It's almost more of like a burgundy color. So, you know, I'm good with that. Now with that, if you add each of these products up on the website, of course, the Velour Liquid Lip on the website is, I believe, 22. Let me confirm. No, 18. Sorry, so 18 for that. 16 for the lip liner. So 18 and 16, 14. So right there, we're already at $34. So just 2 items is more than that. And then the gloss is another 18. So let me do some math here. I'm doing this in my head without writing it down, so that can be wrong. So I'm sure someone's going to call me out on that. So 34 plus 18, that's 12, 34. So yeah, $52 worth. So yeah, you're definitely getting more than your money's worth out of this box. And like I said, you know, because unicorn blood is a very popular color, is it a possibility that it's something that some people may have as a duplicate? I'm never going to rule that out. Like I said, it is a very popular shade. It's probably one of the more popular shades, which is why it comes out in absolutely everything. I don't think it came out in my nude vault, but I know there are some other options that were coming in the boxes that I may have like a shade of that in my nude vault. Now on to the next box, because like I said, we want to see everything that we have. Okay, so the premium box is the medium box. This is a box you pay $60 for. And I believe it's supposed to have 5 items in it. Correct me if I'm wrong, folks. Keep me honest. This one is the green and black. Similar pattern with the neat Jeffree star. Like spider web pattern with the question marks. As always, I mean, they always make sure that these boxes are kind of like packaged on point. So this one here, it's a dark green and black. But I mean, for Halloween, I can be okay with that. And so let's open this bad boy up and see what we got. All right. So this one, I know this is one some people were a little bit questionable on, is the velour lip pencil in Weirdo. It's a black. I wear black lipstick. So for me, hey, it's a win-win. I don't have a black lip liner. For some people, I know they were a little bit concerned because they're like, well, I don't wear black lipstick. Well, guess what, girl? These products are vegan. You can use it for anything. You can use it as eyeliner, lip liner. You can use it for some graphic moments there. Just, you know, make it work for you. Like I said, it's black, so we'll sketch it just because I love the way these things feel. We'll swatch it. There we go. I mean, like I said, your basic black. Weirdo, I know, has been a very popular shade in the liquid lip. So I do have another velour liquid lip. This one in shade Leo, which I do think I have a small one of that in the nude vault. I haven't played with it yet, so let me see. Let's play with it since I have it in a full size now too. Okay. I can work with this. I mean, I've been doing a few more neutral moments lately. I think probably because, you know, like I said, cosplay life is on hold. Oh yeah. I mean, that's kind of a nice, little bit brown undertone, almost like a burnt sienna, a little bit more coral. It's in kind of the same family, I feel, as Celebrity Skin and Human Nature, which are a couple of my favorite shades personally. Woohoo! Another gloss. And like I said, as someone who likes the product, I know these formulas are on point, so I'm never going to complain about getting extra lip products in my boxes. And the shade I got this one in is Diamond Juice. Let me see what it looks like. It looks almost like how Wizard's Glass did a shift. So let me just swatch it. Oh yeah, so this is definitely kind of a nice iridescent. It would make probably a better topper than actual, well, I mean, I guess you could wear it by yourself. But you can see there, it's got that nice shimmer there. So yeah, honestly, I'm good with any of these products. I feel like some people feel that for some reason I don't ever call him out on issues. And the reason I've never called Jeffree Star out on a product issue is because the product is on point. I was one of the people that was impacted by the issue with the mini orgy palette. I've still been able to use it, and they resolved the issue before I even realized that I was one of the people affected. So I cannot knock the customer service. And the fact that if there's a problem, they get it taken care of, which is, I know that there's a little bit of controversy right now over the deluxe box, because we have been seeing some boxes that did not get the exclusive lip balm. I don't know what sizes those were ordered in. I don't know if it was something that happened randomly. I'm still kind of waiting to see how that pans out. Now, to move on from all that, speaking of exclusives, we get an exclusive beanie. Now, mind you, I live in South Texas. South Texas, it's a little warm most of the time, but we do get some times when it is cold enough to wear a beanie, and I do. I love these. I love the fact that it is black and orange. The fact that I ordered 2 of these boxes, part of the reason why I think that's super cool in this case, is because then FT Grimlock gets to have one too, and his favorite color is orange. I got him the orange and black tie-dyed sweatshirt, so he can wear this with that too. But yeah, they always have a really good fit. They're a really good thick quality. So yeah, they'll keep you warm all winter if you live somewhere, even if you live somewhere that gets really cold. All right, now, yes, okay. This was the part I was a little bit worried about in this box. Some of the spoilers I saw had blue blood, which it's a palette I already have. Okay, no harm, no foul, right? But I've also gotten 2 mystery boxes with 2 additional blue bloods. So I still have another giveaway with blue blood to do. So I was a little bit like on pins and needles when I saw that blue blood was one of the palettes that was coming out in this box. However, it looks like that is not what I got. Let me see what I got. Ooh, okay, so I got the palette in Androgyny. I do not have Androgyny yet. Androgyny and Beauty Killer are both 2 of them that I do not have yet. So, as I mentioned, I did order a second box in this size. So I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that that one comes with Beauty Killer because it hasn't arrived yet. It's shipping with my premium boxes. Okay, now this is super cute. Okay, so the reason I don't have Androgyny or Beauty Killer is I've looked at them on the website, and I don't know, maybe the photos that were taken at the time of them just didn't do them justice. But look at this. This is actually really nice packaging. It is a thinner palette, which I'm cool with because, hey, let's face it, ladies and gentlemen, we all have a million palettes, and we got to figure out how to store that. Okay, yeah, like, I'm just going to go with the fact that I don't think that this photographed well. That's what we're going to go with because, like, look at those rich jewel tones. Like, that's pretty amazing. Having those jewel tones there. Yeah, I really think that maybe on the website it just didn't photograph well. So yeah, I mean, hey, I can't complain about it. All these products make me super happy because there was a lot in these boxes that I didn't already have. Which says a lot if you followed my page and saw how much Jeffree Star I have. I do my best to not miss launches. Have I had to miss a couple? Yeah. I missed out on Conspiracy and had to catch it on the restock, which, no big deal, right? I still was able to get the product. So now, what we're going to do, we're going to dig into the Velvet Trap Lip Collection. I'll go ahead and just open this box because, like I said, I did order the full collection. So when they shipped it to me, they shipped it like this. That is all 20 shades, ladies and gentlemen. And to store them, I did go ahead and order these because these look really nice on your shelves. And so as we go ahead and start unboxing these shades and just kind of checking them out, I'm probably not going to swatch them all. I'll go through and do a swatch later for probably for Instagram. That way you can see the swatches of all of them if you haven't already. And we'll just kind of get them into the display so they've got a home. So we're going to go ahead and just start at the end here. The first shade we are going to be unboxing is called Unfazed. And these are how these boxes work. So the box pulls up. Your lipstick comes out. Now, these are really heavy. Like, there's some weight to these, and it's because there's a magnet. So look. There's a little magnetic flip there. How awesome is that? So here is Unfazed. It's a very neutral shade. Could be used as a base. Could be used by itself if you're going for just like a more neutral look. And they go nice and neat in the little, in my little holder there. The next one we're gonna go with is Funeral Parlor. Ooh, wait, was Funeral Parlor one of these shades? 6 Feet Under. Wait, Funeral Parlor sounds like a shade I should know. Maybe not. You know, maybe it was in, maybe it's a shade that was in one of the palettes. So, let's check her out. Okay, this is really pretty. So it's almost like a little bit of a pinkish tone. I do kind of want to see what this one's going to look like. Let me go ahead and just swatch it here. Okay, not mad. Yes, it's a very pale pink with some purple undertones. Yeah, I can get behind that shade. Let's go ahead here and see our next one is Watermelon Soda. This color looked really fun, just in like the flyers and things that I got for it. And looking at the shades on the website. So yeah, it's a little bit more of a like an orangey. I mean, it's kind of watermelon colored. Not gonna lie. Oh, not scented, bummer, or at least not that I can smell. Yeah, well, a little bit of a vanilla scent. The one thing with Jeffree Star products is there's a lot of fragrance in the products. Nothing wrong with that. I enjoy them because they're not it's not an overwhelming fragrance. It's there, you know it's there, but it's not going to make you like die. All right, Pure Hell. This is the new black shade that maybe if I can get the lid. Okay. We're going to do this. We're going to take a deep breath. Okay. And you're going to come out of the box, maybe? Ah, there we go. Okay. Just need a little coaxing, you know. And let me see if I can get the detail on that. Like I said, I really do love the detail. I love the Jeffree Star logo, the fact that it's imprinted in the lipstick itself. I really feel like even if you don't ever end up using your entire, like, all the product you buy, I just kind of feel like they're still really nice display pieces, which sounds kind of funny, but I feel like even, you know, you can still display them, have them look nice, like put them in a collector box on a wall, something. All right, Nudist Colony is the next shade we have here. And I'm just trying not to spend too much time on these because we got 20 of them. 20 shades in the initial launch. All right, so I feel this is a little more neutral than Funeral Parlor. It's in a little bit more of a beige tone, a little less pink. But like I said, even in these, each and every one of them does have the Jeffree Star logo imprinted. If I can get that to focus. Yeah, maybe it's going to focus. Well, you can kind of see it. You've seen it on some of them already. You know, so, like, what are people doing to, like, get ready for Halloween? I know that it's definitely been a year. People probably aren't doing all the exact same things they would have done in years past. So, like, what are you doing to kind of make the most of it? This shade is Honey Suck Me. Let's see what this looks like. It looks almost like it may have like a bit of a coral or an orange tint to it. Okay, yeah, so it's kind of a nice coral. Let me see here. I'm going to go and just swatch it. Why not? We got a little bit of hand space here left. Oh yeah, definitely very coral base. But it is still a nice shade. I can still find a use for it. All right, and now we've got Drill Sergeant. I've heard a lot of really good things about this one. It's kind of a, from what I hear, it's kind of like a drab green, like an olive green. I'm not sure if he has any other products that are in that drab green. Correct me if I'm wrong. Comment, tell me. As many of the products that I do have, I still know there are a lot of products I know nothing about. Let's see. Let's see what it actually looks like outside of the tube. Put a little bit here. Okay. It strikes me like it comes off a little bit like Gargoyle, which doesn't make me mad because I think Gargoyle is a pretty awesome shade myself. See, I'm not lying. They are all going in their stand. Like, they're not just going to sit in the box and be lonely. Medieval Kiss. Okay, this is one I am curious about just because, you know, I am as a cosplayer and a fan of things that all involve fantasy, such as D&D, I just kind of want to see, what is this color? I can't tell. It looks very black and dark. Let me see what happens when I put it on. Oh no. Oh yes. Okay, so it's not black at all. It's very much a berry tone. Like a dark purple with that nice rich berry base to it. So yeah, years ago I actually had a lipstick in that color. I don't remember who made it. I want to say it might have been Mary Kay. And I was never able to find it again. And that made me very sad. So Jaded is our next shade, which I think is a green, if I remember correctly from my little insert that we got with this. Yep. So it's a different shade of green. I'm just going to see what it does here. Okay, so it's like a slight darker olive. So where Drill Sergeant is a little bit more of that gray tone, little lighter, little more, not sheer, but a little more sheer. You can see that So Jaded is a much more of an olive green tone. And it's a little bit heavier and a little bit darker. The Perfect Red. Okay, I've been hearing a lot about good things about this, even for people that like don't normally wear red lipstick, that this is an amazing shade of red. We're swatching her just because we've heard so many good things. We're gonna get, we've still got a little bit of real estate over here, right? Okay, yeah, that is a very beautiful shade of red. I can see where that would be, even for people that aren't really fond of red lipstick, that's a shade that can definitely work on almost any skin tone, I believe. Ooh, Jawbreaker, which is supposed to be like a pastel blue. And like I said, I'm sure some of you are waiting to see what type of look I'm going to create with everything I got. So we're trying to get through these. We're getting there. We're over halfway through. The Unicorn Blood. I don't think I need to swatch this again because y'all know what Unicorn Blood does look like. There we go. Now you can see the imprint there pretty well. Like I said, it's always like the small details in his products that can kind of have a really big impact. Especially if you're a little bit of a makeup junkie like I am. Hot Commodity is our next shade. And it is a nice bright pink. Like, I would call that Barbie pink, but I think there's actually is a Barbie shade in here. Or Barbie inspired shade, I should say. All right, we have Malibu Beach House, and this may have been the shade I was thinking of. And this is like a nice light lavender. Okay. Next on the list is Celebrity Skin. All right, this is a shade kind of like Unicorn Blood. It's very popular. So this is just that shade in another formula. I know I wear Celebrity Skin a lot. Along with Human Nature, those are probably two of my go-tos if I'm looking for a more neutral lip color. Diet Mannequin? Alright, so it's your basic nude lip color. Let me just see what it... Okay, so it's a little lighter. Seems like it has some like sienna undertones. Naked Body. You know, for all of the like crazy shades that Jeffree Star has put out over the years, I feel like this is the year of like the slowdown in the neutrals. It's not a bad thing. I think at some point in time, you know, you need to kind of take that break from the wild and unexpected and the bright and the bold and say, hey, I need something that if I'm going to do every day, that you can do that with. I've always been able to find something, no matter what, that I can use as an everyday color. But not everyone is not everyone is comfortable in the crazy tones. I completely respect that. Our next shade here is Dominatrix. Oh, I'm curious to see what that actually comes out as. I have a feeling it's going to be kind of like medieval. Okay, no, it is a darker brown shade. Okay, so it is true to what this looks like here. Firestarter is going to be our next one. And we are almost done, guys. We just got one more after this, and then we can get to creating some makeup looks. All right, so this is more of an orangey red, kind of what you would expect with fire. And I'm sorry if you can hear like loud screaming. There's kids playing outside, and I'm like, all right, it's middle of the day. I'm not one of these people that like, oh, hey, there's kids outside and they're making noise. Oh no. Now, if your kid's outside making noise at like 11 o'clock at night, we may have a totally different conversation if you're my neighbor. But, you know, middle of the day on a Sunday and they're running around, getting that energy out, can't be mad about that. All right, and our final shade is Chocolate Fondue. So kind of a nice milk chocolate kind of shade. I was hoping. I had to sniff and check. No, it does not smell like chocolate. That would be so awesome, though. So yeah, that is all 20 shades of the Velvet Trap collection. That is at least one variation of the mini box and of the premium box. I am still waiting for the deluxe box to come in. See, I'm trying, guys. I'm trying really hard to like get all the names right. I just usually don't. Not that I don't try. I just, you know, it's a thing. I don't know why. I just, for me, I associate, premium with bigger than deluxe. I don't know. Okay. So now, like I said, what am I going to do today? We're going to create a look using what we got. So let me just tuck this box away. And Velvet Trap, I don't know if I'm going to use those lipsticks because they weren't technically a mystery box item. And I did kind of say I was going to try to do it with the mystery box items. So let me get my hair out my face and see what we can do. I did already do my foundation. Because I have a foundation that I don't normally use that I am trying to kind of use up. When I was traveling, I somehow realized after I was, you know, a few thousand miles from home that I had left my foundation. my primer, and some other items that I normally use in my bathroom at home. And there was no going back at that point. So basically what I had to do was basically say, okay, when I get to where I'm going, I need to get some foundation. And when you are in areas impacted by natural disasters, you work with what you got. It's not always, you're not always going to have a Sephora. You're not always going to have an Ulta. You're not always going to have a way to get what you'd normally use. Sometimes your option is Walmart and Target. And that's what I ran with. I was like, all right, I need something that I can use every day while I'm out here, and go from there. So I did end up going with a NYX foundation. And if you wonder what I'm doing here, I am putting on some eyeshadow primer. It's actually a really great primer. It really, really grips. I think I used this in a video right before I left. It is the Shake Primer from Kat Von D. I do not use a lot of Kat Von D products, and I know some of you are going to get a chuckle at the fact that I'm using Kat Von D product with a Jeffree Star makeup look, but hey, Jeffree Star has not put out a eyeshadow primer for me yet. And I'm not going to lie, this is a pretty on-point formula. Just, you know, it's a little weird to use because it separates and you have to shake it, and then you got to push a button to get a drop, and you spread it and you let it sit for a minute. But yeah, it works really well. It grips it and holds it on all day long. But yeah, so I decided to go ahead and use the what was I saying here? The foundation that I had to buy while I was out of state. That way I can just kind of get through it. It's not a bad foundation. It's really not. It's the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop. Like I said, it's not normally the foundation that I use. And so because of that, I'm just trying to kind of get through it. It did the job. It worked great for me while I was out of state. It still does. It does a really good full coverage. It really does. But there are certain things about it that I'm just not crazy about. And because of that, I'm just ready to have it gone. Like I said, it's great. It really is. It's great for really young skin. We've discussed, I'm 40. I need just a little more oomph with it. And when I tried using, even trying to use different, higher end primers and moisturizers underneath it, it just kind of freaks it out. So I'm just like, okay, let me just use it up as much as I can to get rid of it, and go from there. So, all right, now it's time to play with this palette here. So, like I said, we are going to do this with Androgyny, because that's the palette we got in this. I think I'm going to go ahead and start with Safe Word and just kind of use that to kind of coat my entire lid, pardon me. That way we're setting down a good base color. So give me just one second here. Get in there with Safe Word. Okay, maybe this is a little dark for this, but that's alright, I'll make it work. Yeah, it's sticking a little darker than what it looks like in the pan, but that's okay. But that actually gives me a great idea for how I'm going to make this work, so yeah. Because, right, just because something doesn't work out the way you expect it to, doesn't mean you can't still make a pretty bomb look out of it. Any of you who have followed me for a while, you guys have seen me do some crazy stuff. You have seen me have things that just, I'm pretty sure you knew, once I started, I was like, oh, this is a total train wreck. And by the end of it, it turned out all right. Couldn't complain too much about it. With that being said, I'm going to use the color Charm, which is kind of this yellow shade, and just kind of get it up above where I just put down this darker than what I expected neutral. to just kind of bring a little bit of like a glow and a little something something. So we're just going to take this brush here. This is the Morphe JS12. And we're just going to kind of go right above the top here. There we go. Okay, all right, yeah. Like I said, we're not mad at this. We're making it work. And like I said, kind of the nice thing about going in there with that yellow just kind of gives it that little bit of an extra glow above that brown that got laid down. Give us a little bit of an orangey tint here. I mean, we're working in fall here, so I mean, we're gonna play with some fall colors. Because oh, there's some fall colors in here. Oh yes. What I think we're gonna do next, we're gonna go in with let's go with Fetish. Why not? It's this nice red shade down here. It's almost like a burgundy shade. And we're going to get it into the crease. And for that, can you brushy? I thought I had my smaller one for creases. Maybe not. Okay, maybe not. We'll use this one here. It's a little smaller. It's a little bit bigger than the JS. This is just a regular Beauty Creations bright orange brush. Just going to tap it in there. We're going to blend. We're going to blend a lot of that one. There we go. Because we're getting some weird creasing here, but that's all right. We'll blend it out. It'll be fine. Pack it in there just a little bit into the crease. Do some more blending with it. There we go. Yeah, we're getting this nice fall look going on here. Getting this nice fall jam right here in this crease. Need just a little bit more. Yeah, actually, this came out really good. I'm not mad at it. It's working. We're working it. I'm just kind of taking and packing in just a little bit more color into the crease itself. All right. Now what I think I'm going to do, I think I'm going to take this shade Frosting. This nice shimmer here. And I am going to add just a little bit more primer. Because I feel like that shimmer is going to need just a little bit more to stick to than what we currently have going on. So it's a little trickier to use than like some primers, but it is an amazing formula. And I just lost one. Okay, hold on. This is why you gotta shake it up. Shake it up. Ooh, ooh. I feel like I'm putting in contact lenses when I use this stuff. Yes, it rolled to the back of my finger, and I just used the back of my finger to get it on. There we go. Gonna let it sit for just a minute, and then we're going to take a packing brush, and start packing that gold onto the eyelid. Because miraculously, that's what we're doing today. We're going to go super fall. Why not? It's October. It's spooky season. We can rock some fall looks here. Why not? And with this, because it is a shimmer, we are just going to start by tapping it onto the lid. Ooh, yes. I am really happy with the way that gold is really kind of popping out there. Son of a monk. If you're wondering what I did, I just drug my end of my brush through the shade Deja Vu. I mean, I'm sure I'm not the first person to do it. I'm sure I'm not the last, but man, I just feel like such a putz when I do that. I think we are just about good there. Now, one thing I do want to do, and I do have an angle brush to do it, is I do want to go ahead and just, once I find my angle brush here, smudge a little bit of fetish underneath my bottom lash line here. So we're just going to take a little bit of it here. So I am going to take and just blend a little bit in here, just a little bit more, just to kind of make that line a little less harsh. And I'm just kind of blending out just a little bit. I think I am going to go ahead and use some unicorn blood just on my waterline. Because keep in mind, like I said, these are vegan products. So there's nothing that says you cannot use them around your eyes. I'm trying not to make funny eyeliner faces, guys. Sorry. Ooh, yeah, I do. I like that. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. All right. So, now that we have that taken care of, since, of course, Jeffree Star does not make a mascara, I'm going to go ahead and I may end up putting some lashes on later, but I may do that, like, after the video for the photo on Instagram. I may put some lashes on. We'll see. We'll see how spunky I'm feeling about this a little later. You see there, the lash is kind of starting. Oh yeah, I'm going to need to blend that out just a little bit more. That's okay. We can do that after we get our mascara on. I think I need just a little bit more just to blend that the rest of the way out. Now we'll just even it out just a touch. And a little bit of charm. All right, there we go. We got some eyes. Got some eyes. We doing good. So that part is done. I am going to take just a little bit. Let me see what I think actually of Deja Vu. Let me see. Do I think that's way too dark? Oh, for me, yeah, that's way too dark as a highlighter. But let me just grab some frosting and just highlight through here real quick. Yeah, it's not doing a really great job as a highlighter, so I may have to highlight with something else. Getting a little shimmer, but just not what I'm used to. Now, with that being said, we are going to go ahead and line our lips with unicorn blood. And now do we want to do liquid lip, or do we want to, let's, because of the fact that we did get unicorn blood in the box, we haven't tested this formula yet. Let's test the formula, and I couldn't even tell you where it's at. Let me find it. There's Unfazed. Peanut Parlor. Watermelon Soda. Pure Hell. Louis Colony. Sergeant. Medieval Kiss, we're going to save you for another day. So Jaded. Perfect Red. Jawbreaker. I know I gotta... There we go. All right, unicorn blood. I'm digging it. So it's a much smoother formula than the lip ammunition. I love lip ammunition, don't get me wrong, but this, I feel the Velvet Trap is a smoother formula. It applied smoother. I just need to go in and reline a section here because I'm not the best at always lining. So sometimes you gotta put it on and go back in and sketch your line back in. There we go, folks. And we're going to take down the hair and we're going to see how we're feeling this. Are we feeling it? I think I'm probably feeling it. We just need a little bit of highlighter, a little bit of lashes maybe. Yeah, I mean, this is a really nice fall look. I mean, you know, like I said, we did use, I mean, I could have used the liquid lipstick. It would have had the same impact, I think, as using the Velvet Trap lipstick rather than the liquid lip. But yeah. So here's what we got out of that box. So as you can see, it's definitely something that's very wearable. I probably went a little bit bigger, a little bit bolder than some people would have. But I mean, it's still definitely something you can wear with the nicely oranges, the golds, you know, all those jewel tones are great for fall. So if you got the androgyny palette, like I did, this is something you can look forward to. So once again, folks, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. We should hopefully in the next few days have a another unboxing of my deluxe box. And then I'll also let you guys know like what other variants I got in my other boxes. I'll be working on, maybe I'll do a birthday giveaway because my birthday's next month. And Jeffree Star's birthday's next month. So it's Scorpio season. So maybe we'll do like a Jeffree Star giveaway because it's Scorpio season. So y'all, once again, this is Shield Maiden SA. I'm working on getting a lot more content out there for you. Until next time, fly those geek flags high. See you later.